Hello friends, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great and healthy. Okay, so in the previous lesson we learned about the methods of measurement of unemployment given by National Sample Survey Organization NSSO. Okay, there are three methods which I already told you. Okay, this one was for the major part of year, this one for week, and this one for day. So in this class we are going to understand the unemployment situation in India. Okay, so the topic is unemployment situation in India. So every month a million Indians become age eligible to join the workforce, but the growth in jobs has not kept pace with the rising number of aspirants. And what are the results of this situation? It results in that unemployment has been on the rise despite India supposedly being one of the brightest spot in a slowing global economy. That our population is rising day by day, our working force is rising day by day, but there is no the growth is not rising with the pace of the growth of working population. That's why we are still behind many countries. Also, our workforce is quite similar with the workforce of China also, and it is predicted also by 2035, India's working population will cross the Chinese working population. Okay, but it's of no use until you have that amount of that pace of growth in your country. Otherwise, it will only lead to poverty and disguise. So, if I tell you the factors which have led not to grow the same pace with the working force, there are many factors, and you must be aware of that also. So, first is that weak industrial growth, a struggling agriculture sector with widespread drought, cost rationalizations in several sectors, and the knock-on effect on the global slowdown. And the knock-on effect is basically the secondary or the indirect effect on any situation from the condition that is going on. So if I state more reasons of this more unemployment, the one of the factor can be traditionally labor intensive industry are beginning to increasingly mechanize their operations. So they are shifting from labor to capital due to the advancement in technology. It has also led to creation of unemployment in India. Though it makes the venture more profitable and productive, but on the other hand, it also shrinks the job opportunity. According to the Labor Ministry's 27th quarterly employment survey of 8 employment intensive industry, that was textile, leather, metal, automobile, gems, jewelry, transport, IT, and handloom. Okay, there were 43,000 job losses, 43,000 job losses in the first quarter of the financial year 2015-16. Okay, the second quarter was better with 1,34,000 new jobs, but even then the 91,000 new jobs, net new jobs created in the first half of financial year 2015-2016 look desultory. Okay, desultory. Now, many of you must be wondering that why an economy supposedly growing at a rate of over 7% is not creating enough job. So, the basic answer to this question can be this is because more work is now done with fewer employees. Okay, basically, this is labor to capital shifting. So, the economy is generating less jobs per unit of GDP. That is, the economy has become less labor absorbent. Okay, so now I will be telling you some point from the past, okay, from relating to India's unemployment situation only. So let me start. So first point is that in 2005 to 2010 has been referred to as period of jobless growth in India. It's important. 2005 to 10 is the period known as jobless growth in India. Okay. And second point is 2009-10 employment unemployment national sample survey data shows that merely 2.76 million work opportunities during 2006 to 2010, the fastest 5 ever growth period of the country. So this period was basically the fastest 5-year growth period of the country. That was 2006 to 2010, fastest 5-year growth period of the economy. And it was the report given by the National Sample Survey. Okay, and they have told that and the report was given is 2009 and 10 in this financial year, and they told that they have merely created 2.76 million job opportunities during this period. Compared to this, there was an additional 60 million to the workforce between 1990 to 2000 and 2004 to 2005. Next point is that an absolute decline of 14 million in employment in agriculture sector during the half of the decade, that is 2006 to 2010, was seen in the agriculture sector. And at that time, most of the people moving from agriculture sector were consumed by the construction sector rather than the sustainable manufacturing sector or service sector. So if I talk about manufacturing sector in that period, so the total employment in the manufacturing in India actually fell in the 5-year period of high growth rate, that was 2006 to 2010. It has increased from 44 million in 1999 to 55 million to in 2004, okay, and falling to 51 million by 2009 and 2010 in the financial year. So these all facts shows that the period of high growth in India did not add significant number of jobs. And while the jobs in the manufacturing sector were declined, a sharp increase in the non-manufacturing sector, that is primarily construction, was seen. Okay. The jobs in the service sector having majority share in the output did not generate a significant number of jobs. And the NSSO 68th round data suggested that industrial employment has increased by 15.7 million during the year 2010 to 2012. The data suggested that the employment in manufacturing rose by 8.9 million in his 2-year period, while non-manufacturing sector, mostly accounted by construction, rose by 6.8 million. Okay. The data also shows that the service employment has increased by overwhelming 11 million in this 2-year period between the 2009 to 10 and 2011 to 12. Okay, at a significant acceleration in job creation compared to the later half of the previous decade. The share of agriculture in total employment has fallen by 4 percentage points in 2 years, from 53% in 2009-2010 to 49%, 53% to 49% in 2011 and 2012. This is basically the financial year. Okay, so it starts from April to 31st March. That's why we need to say both. So there was no absolute decline in agricultural employment between independence and 2004-2005, which begins after 2005 for the first time in Indian history. The decline has been intensified since the 2010. Notwithstanding the reversal in the trends, Indian economy needs to keep creating about 50 million jobs every year to accommodate those entering the work age group. Okay, so according to the data, India should be able to create 50 million jobs every year to accommodate our existing workforce or the growing workforce. Okay, now we will see this concept from the view of employment elasticity in the next class. So thank you guys for watching the video, and bye bye, and keep studying hard.